want to do is adjust my in and outs, right? Make sure that's there. Go to the arrow. Make sure this is my out point, right? Well, in an example, what's my music? So that's the voiceover, which, sorry, I messed that up. It's the top video. That goes there, that goes there. Let's see what our music is. So now our music isn't long enough. As you can see between this point and that point, right? So let's see what it's sounding like. So the simple solution to this is to just, I know I have a little extra pad on this one, so I'm just going to move that in. And that's what I mean by, just making sure there's music all the way through. It's really as simple as that. So now I listen. When I made this sound effect right here, I just happen to know that I wanted that between the phrases. So this is the phrase it goes. Okay, so I'm going to put a little marker there, zoom in, and I'm going to push this right here because I want that between these two phrases. So also I can kind of fill that up in there, maybe make it rise a little faster. Sound effects and music, you got to have a kind of an idea of where it's going to rise and fall and the emotion it's going to take. And the emotion, the music and the sound effects are supposed to kind of create the music together. And then it becomes this full, solidified, really pretty orchestral sound. And the sound effects can be kind of musical, not in the sense that they have, not in the sense that they have pitch and rhythm, but it's the case that they can swell like cymbals and things like that. So anyway,
let's have some fun with the confetti spell. Just take your wand.
So you hear this? There's a pacing and a rhythm to the sound effect. Okay, there's a cadence. There's a rhythm. You can kind of catch that. So that's what that sound effect does.
Let's have some fun with the confetti spell. Just take your wand and go swish, 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 swish.
Okay, now let's pretend like all these are done. Well, let's just do this one. That one, where's our sound effect? It's the top one. I move this thing here. Now I can take this, I can put it to there, and then I can move this over, and I would hear it. And wait, let's put this over. Now, this whole thing goes between, and let's pretend like all this is done. The last thing I need is just highlight this, and you're going to bounce these two movies. So you bounce QuickTime Movie, and I put these in my Sepia finals, and you will want to stay organized or you will drive yourself insane when you start gathering these things. I don't really have a folder for this, but if I did, I would call this confetti, parentheses, capital P-I-N-K, or blue, sorry, B-L-U-E.
Let's have some fun.
Well, anyway, you're going to bounce this one down. You're going to call this one down. That's 2A, this one.
That was good.
And that's why you want them all in the same session. If you make something from scratch, you can make this, make the music, import your tracks, then mix all of this the best you can, then import these videos and mix that. All right. Now, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to cover at the very tail end. Mostly the reason for the submixes and the fact that I'm smashing all these. Music is being smashed because I want it all level and I want to be able to move this thing basically up and down. Really easy. Also, using the template, use the voiceover called VO Final. You just drop it in and put it about +4 and it should work. Not all of them are the same. Number 23 is the bus. It's right around 14. Over here, the voiceover is right at like, well, on this one it's like number 9. Some might put a little more reverb. This IR thing, the only thing is sometimes they don't change. This is right around 8. But otherwise it's live haul. And that is about it. And again, the way you want to mix is you want to mix with none of this stuff on. Then you mix the music with this on. You do a little tweaking. You add the C4. You get the music mixed. Then you mute the music. You mix all the sound effects. You get it. Then you put this on. You mix it. You mix this a little more. You add the L1. You mix it. Now get a balance between these. Or then I maximize. No, then you maximize the voice. This is really important. You're gonna make this voice be as loud as possible.
That was good, but
Okay, we're looking at
that
all,
was good, but
see, I have it all maximized. This is the voice. I'm going really fast. I want it to smash into
that was
this.
good, but
Be the loudest item. Then smash into
that
this.
was good, but let me help you.
Okay, so and then the sound effects and music get creeped up into it. Okay, then I get a general mix there. Then you come back and you retweak your sound effects. Because once you have music, your different instruments and different sound effects are going to come up. Here's something else. Because when I make sound effects, you never make them with one sound effect. They're always multiples. So you're going to find lots of sound effects. Like if you want to make a bang, okay, let's ungroup this. You're going to find several bangs, for example. Okay, and you just start learning what sounds start working together. And then I start just playing different ones to assemble them. And then you'll end up throwing things away. That's actually not a bang, that's a gliss, but I should keep those better organized. You know, so anyway, so I start adding all these together and they start making a sound. And I mix them and I like loop it and I'm doing it fast so you can hear it. So on a toy IC or a toy IC or something that's going through a small television speakers, it's always important when you're making bangs or big boomy things is to have an element that has high end. So that is my high end. See how it has that high end pop? It can't just be like really low. If you do, it will disappear. The reason this one is here is boo. That is never going to show up on my toy, okay? But that sizzle on the top will. However, when we make the toy commercial, we will use the full res sound effects. And I will be playing those in the toy commercial. So I want those sounds to be full res, sounding good. All right, which leads me to the last thing, the EQs. The reason I have these EQs, the music. If there's a lot of music, pull this sucker out. If you notice, I have this cut off at like 70. The reason is because this is a toy. I want a little for TV, but most TV speakers are small. This thing would sound a lot better if I could pull that off. Believe me, it would just sound really full, and you probably can't hear it in the computer. But I'm pulling that off. Same with the sound effects. There's so much low end in the sound effects. I'm pulling up the high end to try to get through there. Really, the sound effects should go like this. I should have a little spike on the sound effects. So a little bit really makes them cut through, and so much that I almost have to pull all of it down to like a couple dB. Anyway, that is it. Hope you had a good time, and I hope that helps you. Okay, but that's your mission for today. If anybody else finds this and you're watching this, I apologize for talking so fast.